The War Corgis are back with a 1,250 point list Vanguard detachment, 4 command points. Starting off with the captain, he has the Raven's Fury jump pack, which allows him to advance and still charge, rerolling advance rolls and assault rolls. He has with him 10 Vanguard veterans. We have 3 with lightning claws to include the sergeant, 2 with storm shields, and then 1 guy back there with the double plasma gun, which I have grown fond of. We have a total of 5 heavies. First is this squad of 5 Hellblasters with the heavy plasma incinerators. Squad of 5 Hellblasters with the plasma incinerators. And then 1, 2, 3 Predator tanks with the autocannons. The one on the left has a Hunter-Killer missile. Lastly, headquarters, I have a Tech Marine with the servo harness and 4 servitors, one of which is armed with a heavy bolter. 1,250 points, ready to take on the dreaded Thousand Suns.
Hey guys, this is my 12,250 points of Thousand Suns. Actually, it's almost the same like last time. I'm having a patrol detachment leading by Exalted. I have 2 squads of rubrics. Each one has an icon of flame. As a lead choice, I have 1 Hellforged Dreadnought Contemptor with multi-melter and claws. Over here I have my Terminators, Soul Reaper and Hellfire Missile Cannon, and over there 22 Cultists, or let's say Zangors, and yes, for Bubble Wrap.
The Zangors, what troop slot do they fall in?
They're troop.
Okay, awesome. All right, so 1250 versus 1250, 2 index armies going at it again today. Tonight's mission is Spoils of War, so we'll each have 3 tactical objectives to begin each turn. Either player can score the Siege objective X, where X is a number between 1 and 6, despite whoever draws it. We have rolled up for deployment style. It is Dawn of War, and Simon was able to pick his side, and he's picked the far side. And he also deployed before I was all deployed, so he's going to get +1. The War Corgis are set up with the Plasma Incinerator squad of Hellblasters here on the right flank, looking at Objective 5. The Heavy Plasma Incinerator squad here. The Vanguard protecting the 3 Predator tanks in the center, supported by my Warlord, the Tech Priest, his Warlord trait, Storm of Fire. And on the left is that unit of Servitors. And I almost missed him because he's so sneaky. My captain is right back there. Simon, what do you got going?
So, in the center I have my Zangors, and the Exalt is also attached. Behind this tower, new to Objective 3, are the 1 Rubik squad. The Contemptor is hidden behind these containers, and the other Rubrics are over here new to Objective 2. So, and as you all can see, mostly of the objectives are more on my side, so on this mission can be very crucial.
Yeah, I think I got the long-range firepower to knock you off some of those, so we will see. All right, we are ready to roll to see who goes first, and Simon gets a +1 here. I have rolled a 3. Simon has rolled a 1, so that means I'm going first. Simon, would you like to try to steal the initiative?
Yes, I wanted to do it. Nope.
No. All right. So Simon has 3 command points. I have 4 command points because I run a Vanguard detachment. And we're ready to begin play. War Corgis have drawn their first cards of the game. They've got Secure Objective 1, Overwhelming Firepower, and Defend Objective 4. Objective 1 can be scored by either player. Defend Objective 4 can only be scored by me. Overwhelming Firepower is kill one of his enemy units.
By me, actually.
But you can't score it because it's not a secure.
But it's a mission type, so that's why actually it counts.
No. It says specifically secure objective cards.
Ah, got it.
So,
I thought you have been a good host, but obviously.
Not that nice. The War Corgis were trained well by their gene sires, the Raven Guard. These guys have advanced 3 inches to move near objective number 5, staying within the shadows of those woods. These guys remained in place while this captain advanced an additional 6 inches, 18-inch movement for him. The Vanguard have spread out just a little bit, as have those guys over there. My 4 servitors, and everything here remained in place. No psychic phase for the War Corgi, so straight on to shooting. War Corgi turn 1 shooting. It was Simon's hot dice that saved him. I played kill shot on these 3, and combined with Storm of Fire, I was wounding on 2s, and then 5s and 6s were AP -2. In all, he lost 3 of his Rubric Marines over on his right, and he lost 1 over here on his left. Nobody else shot. I did shoot 1 here, but he failed to wound, and those guys advanced, so they could not shoot. So now we just await the Thousand Suns onslaught. I will be throwing away defend objective 4. So on to Thousand Suns turn 1.
So Thousand Suns turn 1 prior movement phase. I drew Kingslayer, secure objective 6, and secure objective 5. Secure objective 6 is over here. Kingslayer, of course, I have to kill his Tech Marine over there, or his
Tech Marine.
Tech Marine. And secure objective 5 is unfortunately where his Hellblasters are. So yeah, let's see what we do. So hey guys, this is Thousand Suns turn 1 movement. I just moved them up here to get some not all bolters, but some bolters will get some shots at this Hellblasters. My Zangors advance and grab that objective 1, so I'm securing this one. My Exalted advanced over here, my Dreadnought moved around here, over here, and my Rubrics just went here for some range for this Assault Squad over here, and my Terminators did Deep Stroke over there for gaining objective 6 and getting some nice shots at his Predators.
Alright, on to your psychic phase.
So guys, Thousand Suns turn 1 psychic phase. Unfortunately, I'm still not in range for smiting shenanigans. So actually, I just used Chaos Familiar Stratagem and changed it for Weavers of Fate, and I cast also on the Terminators, so they have now a 4-up invulnerable with all this dust kicking in 3-up invulnerable. My Exalted manifested Warp Time, so my Dreadnought moved additional 9 inches, and unfortunately he paralleled on double 1. I burned the command point to get a 7 on a lucky 6 maybe. Unfortunately not. So this is my psychic phase, quite productive. Let's see what his shooting will do. So guys, Thousand Suns turn 1 shooting. Shooting phase over here was not completely in the squad, but managed to kill 1 Hellblaster and destroying another wound from the other one. This Rubric didn't shoot at all, and this multi-melter of the combi bolt, I think they stripped 4 wounds out of it.
3 wounds, because I saved both from the combi bolt.
Yes, and the shooting, the whole combined shooting, take away I think 2 wounds on the Predator, or 3.
Yeah, it took away a total of 3 as well.
Yes, so yeah, and now we're going to Thousand Suns turn 1 charge phase. So Thousand Suns turn 1 assault phase. In Overwatch I ate 1 plasma shot and unfortunately couldn't save it. So I was down to 9 wounds, and then going into making the 9 charge because of -2 because of the crater. So I managed this. I unfortunately just killed 1 guy of poor hit rollings.
Storm shields.
And storm shield saves, of course. And yes, in return back, the Marines stripped off 3 more wounds of him, so he's down to 6.
Yep.
So yeah, and I couldn't regain with a Mahina Malefica ability on a 5+.
Okay, no morale checks needed for anybody here at this point, so we will just continue on to scoring next.
Scoring, I do score objective 1.
Yes.
I do score objective 6.
Yes.
And you score objective 5.
Yes. Very nice. All right, so the score is 2-1, favor Simon. The War Corgis have drawn Kingslayer, Blood and Guts, and Overwhelming Firepower is still in my deck. Still hopeful for that one. On to turn 2 for the Corgis. Turn 2 for the Corgis, I jumped my my Vanguard veterans out of combat with that Dreadnought. Moved my Warlord into 1 inch of that Predator. He did take 1 repair. He repaired at 1 damage. So that brings him up to his full profile. Those guys remain in place. Captain remained in place. Hellblasters remain in place, and Hellblasters remain in place, making use of the Raven Guard chapter tactics, making them very hard to hit over 12 inches. So now on to the shooting phase. Okay, in the shooting phase, I managed to kill 1 Zangor with some bolt pistols here, and unfortunately the Stormbolter here did nothing. These guys over on the right managed to kill 1. These guys here, only 1 of them got their damage through on their overcharged plasmas because Simon made 3 saves there, and then with the autocannons and everything else, I've reduced him to 1 point, but really, really good save rolls. A bunch of 3-ups and 4-ups means that guy's alive on 1 wound, unfortunately. Well, we did manage to destroy 1 of those Terminators over there. Yeah, he even survived the plasma pistol and bolt gun from the Tech Priest. It was just incredible. So that's Corgis are not going to do an assault. These guys obviously can't assault because they jumped out of combat. And no one wants to really go towards the Dreadnought at this point, so we're just going to let that go. And no point scored for me. Simon, point scored for you?
Not really, I think. Do you have some objectives over there?
No. All right, so we're on 2000 Suns, turn 2.
So guys, this is 1000 Suns turn 2 prior movement phase. I still kept Kingslayer. I draw Defender Objective 6, where all my Terminators are, actually. And I also draw Master of the War.
I thought you said you shuffled these cards.
I did it.
Oh, okay.
So guys, 1000 Suns movement phase turn 2. I advanced my rubrics over here. My Terminators are moved up here. My Terminator, who is has heavy casualties, and moved up over here.
Dreadnought,
yes.
Yes.
Exalted moved over here. The Zangors just wrapped around on this Vanguard unit, and this rubrics just moved up to get more shooting. And of course, I moved the aspiring in a way that I can smite this squad, not that squad.
Okay, on to your psychic phase.
So guys, 1000 Suns turn 2 psychic phase. I smited off this 1 already wounded Primaris over there. Then over here I failed to put prescience on my Dreadnought, and I smited on a double 6. Over here, unfortunately, I burned the command point for Weavers of Fate over there, and I didn't manage to get it. So he took 2 wounds, but he take away 3 Vanguard, and this aspiring was slightly in range of this guy, so he also managed to manifest on an 11, so having instead of 1 mortal wound, 3 mortal wounds, and of course, as you can see of the Marcus, he also stripped away 3 mortal wounds from the squad.
Pretty successful. All right, on to your shooting phase.
So guys, turn 2, 1000 Suns shooting phase. The combined firepower of the Terminators and the Contemptor, which actually just hit with the Combi Bolter, sustaining 1 wound to this Predator. And the Terminators stripped away almost all wounds but 1. Over there, the rubrics managed to kill 2.
Killed 1 and put a wound on another.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. And of course, because I advanced them, I can't shoot them, so we're going straight now to the assault phase.
All right.
So guys, 1000 Suns turn to assault phase, which was actually very frustrating, to be honest. I did manage to get inside that that combat with the Vanguard. Out of 27 attacks, I just made 14 hits on a 3+, and just killing, I think, 1.
Did 7 wounds, AP -1. I made 6 out of 7 saves.
Yes, so striking back, they just killed 1 Zangor instead. Over here, my Terminators...
War Corgi.
My Terminators managed to get into the combat with the Servitors, just actually killing 3 out of 4. Actually, should also wipe this squad out.
Yeah, I forgot to roll for my guy, so let's see if he hits you back on a 5. He does. This is with his servo arm, but doesn't wound you.
And the biggest disappointment was, of course, that my Dreadnought couldn't manage to get inside a combat with those pesky
Well, at least
predators.
he didn't blow up either. Okay, so morale checks are in order.
Nope.
These guys are good with an 8. These guys have lost 7. Leadership is 9, so I need to roll a 2 or less here. As a force, they're both gone, except they shall know no fear. I remember this time, guys. And a 6, so they're gone. And he has a leadership of 6. He has lost 3, so he's gone as well. Okay, so we'll be back with War Corgi turn 3. But scoring, Simon, did you score anything?
Let me double check. Master of the War.
Yes.
For D3 victory points. And it's for 2.
Okay.
And I got, I think, first blood.
Yeah, you sure did. Okay, we'll be back with War Corgi turn 3. My cards have remained the same. Kingslayer, Blood and Guts, and Overwhelming Firepower. Not much left to move for the War Corgis, so these all stayed still. As to this, the captain advanced 5 inches to go, total of 17, so he's now supporting those 2 Hellblasters that have moved out. The only thing left to do is my Tech Priest heals 3 points on the Predator. It is up to 4. So now into the shooting phase. Turn 3 War Corgi shooting. Finally kill a unit. But it's not these guys. These guys shot, overcharged, managed to kill 2, taking no wounds themselves thanks to the captain here. These guys tried to pile in, didn't manage to kill anybody, and I think killed like a Zangor. No, I'm sorry. These guys here killed the Dreadnought. That's what they killed.
Finally.
It did not blow up. Yeah, finally you failed to save. These guys put 8 Stormbolter shots into the Zangors, killing 3 of them. Once again, I used kill shot on these guys, so they were wounding on 3s, but it wasn't enough. And 1 autocannon from here was over into these guys, killing 1. Simon just nailing his saves. While this one, he finally failed some saves. I killed 2 using the autocannon on this Predator on the left. But Stormbolters didn't get any wounds through either. So, didn't kill nearly enough, I'm afraid, but I did kill something. So now I gotta sit here and think if I went to assault. The War Corgis launched a bold assault into these Terminators. The Predator, first one going in, and then the Tech Marine made a 7-inch charge. During the fight phase, he used 2 of his attacks to use his servo arms and managed to land 1 wound after I re-rolled. Needed a 2, obviously. Simon failed the armor save. And then he landed a 2nd wound with his axe, his power axe. Simon failed to save there, so his guy has 1 wound remaining and did nothing back in return to the Tech Marine. And that was the only assault. So, Simon, you owe me a morale check here. That is a 3. He is fine. And your Zangors have lost 3. He has a 6, and their leadership is 7.
So I lose 2 more.
Yes. But not bad. The Corgis do score overwhelming firepower, but they are now out of sorts. They've lost their bubble wrap. Things are not going well. One last thing, Simon. You lost 3 over here. Their leadership is 8, correct?
Yes. They're fine.
Okay. All right. Back on your cards. Simon has kept Kingslayer, defend objective 6, and defend objective 1 was just drawn. Objective 6 remains in the corner, objective 1 right here on the center of the board. Okay, Simon, turn 3 for you.
Turn 3
psychic.
After the psychic phase. So first of all, I moved my guys over here, the rubrics 5 inches, the Zangors 6 inches, the rubrics over there advanced, get the objective. And then smiting, he smited 1 wound away from this Predator. Terminator causes Weaver of Fate on this Rubik squad. The Exalted stripped away, I think, 2 wounds.
2 wounds indeed.
2 wounds on this Predator. Unfortunately, he couldn't manifest prescience on the Zangors. And this Aspiring smited off the Hellblaster. Unfortunately, both times the Icon of Flames couldn't manage to strip away a additional mortal wound.
Okay. So now on to your shooting phase.
So guys, this is the end of Thousand Suns turn 3. For the shooting phase, the Soul Reaper took out the last Hellblaster. The Inferno Bolters stripped away 1 wound over there of this Hellblasters. And this was all of my shooting. Then I managed to charge in with my Zangors there, taking away I think 2 or 3 wounds? 2 wounds. 2 wounds. And then hilariously, this Predator 3 attacks on a 6, he hit it 3 times, but and made 1 wound, but I could manage that. Over here, the Terminator Sorcerer actually didn't do anything and was in return back slain by the Tech Marine.
Yes.
So yeah, that was my shooting. And Assault, Moral is not valid for now. And in case of points, I still don't score a point.
Okay, so we'll go War Corgi turn 4. War Corgis Cap Kingslayer have Blood and Guts and just drew Witch Hunter, so not bad at all. Consolidated turn 4 for the Corgis. I saw this guy, that is my captain, move in and assault the Terminators there after...
Rubrics, you mean?
Sorry. 4 of these guys shot at the rubrics and missed with 4 shots. It was terrible. And then the frag grenade did nothing, but the captain did charge in, and despite doing 5 wounds, only managed to kill 1. Simon has been rolling hot all game, and he continued. The other one shot into here did kill a Zangor, and then I killed a Zangor in close combat in return. Simon did 3 wounds to me, killing 1 Primaris and wounding the other one. Sorry, he already had a wound. Over here, couldn't shoot because he left combat, while he, I think, combined with him, managed to do some wounds over here. Tech Marine came in. Total of 3 of the Rubric Marines have died, and he did 2 wounds back to my Warlord there, and also 2 wounds to my Captain when he got to counterattack. So, with that, Simon, we have some morale checks for you to make. Starting with these guys. You've lost 3.
They're fine.
Okay, you've lost 2 Zangors.
So I have to make a moral check over here. They're fine also. I will score a defend objective 6 and I will score defend objective 1.
Okay, because that guy was within a dodgy 3 inches and he has clearly controlled number 1. So that's 4 points for you as we go to your turn 4.
Yes. So guys, turn 4, Thousand Suns. I drew Defend Objective 5 and Defend Objective 4. Defend Objective 4 is in my deployment zone, so obviously I'm not gonna take it. And the Defend Objective 5, maybe. We will see what we do with that.
Alright, so Simon had a really good psychic phase. I kind of flame went off over here, smite went off over here, killed my captain. I kind of flame went off over here, smite went off over here, killed my tech marine.
D3 wound actually also.
Yeah, well with D3 wounds, but you only need to do 1 after that kind of flame. So all I have left is these sad Primaris Hellblasters that did very little for me this game. And 3 relatively intact Predators, but not enough to overcome the big deficit that the War Corgis have. So I have conceded. Simon, good game to you.
Good game to you, man.
And
it was a tough game, though.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about it in the wrap-up.
So guys, wrap up.
Welcome back.
Your thoughts?
Good game. Got a good win with your Thousand Suns. They did what Thousand Suns do. Lots of good psychic powers. We talked before, smiting 6 of my Vanguard.
Yeah, that was insane.
Just destroyed my middle. And maybe I shouldn't have jumped them out of combat with the Contemptor. They would have held there for a while. Taking your Zangers longer to get into them. Maybe if I jumped them out, kept them away from your Zangers, but It is what it is.
Yeah, I think the move of the Contemptor charging your Vanguards was not that good. First of all, I ate, I think, in Overwatch 1 or 2 damage. Then in the fight phase, I ate two or three damage. So
2 damage. 1 in Overwatch to a plasma pistol, and 2 damage in close combat.
yeah,
Only doing one wound to me.
yes, because of the storm shields.
Yeah, which are clutch on the old Vanguard, and they're not very expensive. Really increases their survivability.
So let's talk about your focusing. Why, for example, you didn't focus on my Zangors to break my center?
Well, so I had the Hellblaster squad on the right. They couldn't. They did a good job of whittling down your 1,000 Suns, but not nearly well enough. Really, most of my firepower came from kill shot with the 3 Predators.
Yes, that was really awesome.
And I like to take advantage of the fact that they're doing 4 damage, so you don't get your all industrial. But you were making some really good saves. Obviously, against your Terminators, they're fantastic because they're just wiping those off the board when you fail a save, and it's good against your Contemptor as well. And I did shoot quite a bit of the Stormbolter fire into them, but you were again making those saves.
So I have really to confess that on my armor saves I had tonight some hard rolls.
Yeah, especially with the Zangers, it seemed more than any other unit maybe.
Yes.
But even in the end, with my captain charging in, doing 5 wounds, and you saving 4 of them on a 4-up,
Yes.
it makes it tough. But it comes down to I was using my quality shots to get rid of your quality shots. Thought I could weather the Zangors, and really in the end, the Zangors didn't do too much.
They did do too much, but
They disrupted my lines.
Yes.
But not even a whole lot there. That's not what killed me in the end. Your smiting killed me in the end.
Particularly in the last round before you conceded, when I just, I think in the 2 games before, my Icon of Flame didn't trigger at all.
Yeah.
And then in that decisive round on the captain, mortal wound because of the Icon Flame, and then the Smite was finishing off, and then on Attack Marine, the same thing. So that was hilarious, actually.
Yeah, well, that's the word for it. Turn 2 Psychic Phase for you, killing the 6 Vanguard and doing whatever else you did there was really good. And then turn 5 or 4, did we finish on 4, I think?
We finished on 4.
Just doing a ton of wounds to both the captain and the Tech Marine was it. So that's really where I lost the game. And inability to kill your units. I don't know. I killed your Dreadnought.
You killed my
Dreadnought. Terminators.
And my Terminators, yes. And the
that
rest were quite harmed.
They were about half.
Yes.
Right? And you had 4 or 5 guys in each of your Rubric squads. You had the vast majority of your Zangors left. And your Exalted was 2 wounds down, but those were self-inflicted from apparels.
Yes.
And that was with some really quality shots going down range with kill shot, wounding on 2s, 4 damage each. A lot of those were at AP -2 because of the Storm of Fire Warlord trait. But when I look at the core of my list and what I'm trying to do, and I've picked up some more Primaris Marines, I like what it's going to do when it gets there. I think the Tech Marine paired up with the 3 Predators, which are pretty tough, doing kill shot, and then some quality shots from the Hellblasters with some cheaper shots from Primaris Incessors will be okay.
Yes, definitely. So actually, we also talked this before. That's why I was always moving aggressively, because I'm more mid-range, and with your army, most everything had at least 30-inch range of shooting. So there was for me no way that I just go for a shootout or just stay somewhere. I have to go aggressive in front, because otherwise I would just get shoot to dust, literally.
Yes, because you're also hitting me at -1.
Yes.
Because the Raven Guard tactics that the War Corgis employ. So you did move forward pretty quickly. You still had that first wave kind of out on its own, and it took you, a turn or 2 more to get into me with the rest of it. So that's still a problem, I think, for your 1,000 Suns right now, is there's too much of a gap between your first and second wave. It happened to me when I played Jake's Imperial Guard with my Vanguard, and I'm working on that. Vanguard's still a really good unit, I think. Strike from Shadows, I didn't use it tonight. That is really situational, and got to look at who you're playing. I would not use that against another Imperial Guard list, probably, because you're killing 4-point models with Vanguard. And with the lack of bodies that you get with the Primaris, you really need some board control, and just deploying the Vanguard normally. They still got great 12-inch movement. Makes more sense than hiding in the shadows more often than not, but I can certainly see some lists where that would still pay off to get those attacks.
So actually, when you saw the previous battle report with the sisters, so interestingly, this time Michael was outnumbered by my 1,000 sons. So and then as you can see, still the body count is still a big issue on the games in 40k for now. So let's see what will happen.
Yeah, I imagine I'm going to be outnumbered a lot with the Primaris, but 2 wounds each does certainly help them against a lot of things, and the -1 to hit will certainly help them with a lot of things. I just need more rifles in there, I think, and that will certainly go a long way to help.
So anything to add?
Only thing to add is if you liked the report and you enjoyed it, please make sure that you both like on the YouTube channel and subscribe, because there's plenty more reports coming your way.
So see you next game, guys.
Have fun gaming out there.